Get away from me. Oh my days. Why have I never noticed that its tail has fucking eyes? Why? I'm so dumbfounded. Hey, hello guys! We're back with the NUZLOCKE challenge. I'm Thumbs. This is me. And we're gonna do some stuff today. Okay, so we're gonna... I do have a plan, believe it or not, I do have a plan. It's not much of a plan, realistically. It's more of a... I'm gonna train and you're gonna sit and listen to me talk. Again. So sit down, enjoy the raid, strap yourself down, and get ready for garbage. So just talk rubbish. Actually, I was looking at things for me to talk about. Pokemon related, of course. And one of the things I thought about talking about was theories, fan theories that people have came up with, fans obviously, that have came up with, and to be honest some of them are actually kind of interesting, so I just really wanted to talk about that. And some of the theories regard like the old games like Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue and you know, just older things, and I mean, and some of them really are a bit of a push. Okay, like some of them even I am reluctant to believe, but also some of them make 110% sense. Some of them genuinely you're like, wow, okay, well I didn't realise that sooner, you know. So into the training! Into the facts, into the theories, into Braid. Come on. And this is a company. Into Pokemon and the NUZLOCKE challenge and Thumbs crazy stupid theories. I'm gonna make that a thing. Thumbs crazy stupid theories. I make like a crazy stupid 90s sitcom intro. I don't know. Buzzsaw, don't die! Haha, Linoon. I need to also focus on killing you, whilst not dying. Aha, first, right? Did I take that chance? Do I? Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Thank you for not using an attack. I probably shouldn't have took that chance, but I didn't, here we are. But I did, and it worked to it for once. Thank you, Buzzsaw, thanks for not dying. Thanks. So first theory is revolving around the old Pokemon games, Pokemon Red and Blue, and apparently there was a Pokemon Green, but it was only released in Japan. I didn't know that. Okay, so you're very strong. How strong? Okay! That's better than what I was expecting. Something tells me Scrappy's the one. Oh, maybe no! Ah! Scrappy's fast. I'm gonna take this chance. Oh. Scrappy's fast, and I'm gonna take this chance. Oh. Wrong button again, man. Cause it's got 120 damage. Come on, Scraps! A curveball! Yes! Screw you, beware. Up you. Nice level up. They got decent XP for that. Nicely done, troops. Hey! Fan theories! I'm gonna go fight this stupid squirrel that's over here. and then take the berries from myself. So yeah, the theory is in regards to Pokemon Red and Blue and Green if you're from Japan. But basically it's saying that because in the game, which I never noticed until 2 seconds ago, that there are no adults in those games. It's only just young children and old people and gym leaders. And this this fan theory is basically saying that there's a Pokemon war and oh god, and casualties were quite bad. And it's just apparently Red, who you play as, from what I remember, it's been a while since I've played the old Game Boy games, has no father, or they don't talk about dad. And Blue, your rival, because you know, very, very original names, doesn't appear to have any family either, or parents at least. And really the only adults you ever really see is Professor Oak, who's old, and gym leaders. And your mum, but she's a woman, and back in those days women weren't fighting in the wars. People and fans theorise that there's a war in the Kanto region, which is where the game is set, and apparently Lieutenant Surge, the gym leader in Vermilion City, describes how an electric type Pokemon saved his life during the war. I'm gonna take that risk and shake again. Yes. So that suggests that there are wars, because it's a Pokemon game, it's not based on true events, it's not bringing in like any of our historical conflicts, because why would it? It's a Pokemon game. So some are speculating that there was massive casualties in that war, causing apparently a gap in generations, which explains why, or would make sense why Professor Oak gives Pokédexes to like every child that goes out. It's basically to collect his data on who survived, what survived, and just to gather data after the war. And honestly, I don't know if I'll ever look at Pokemon the same way again. I mean, I was more than happy to just live my wee life, ignoring things, ignoring facts, and, well, no facts, but you know what I mean, it's just a fan theory. But just set up my life, not knowing why there was no adults in Pokemon, or just not even thinking about it. I never even thought about it until I started this video. But it makes sense. Why wouldn't Pokemon have walls? It's like humans, they see something that's alien to them, they want to take it over. That's what we do. We're kind of garbage in that sense, like humans. As a whole, by the way, I'm not singling anybody out as a whole. The human race is garbage. You disagree? Let me know. Do you think it's the minority that give the majority a bad name? Or do you think it's the majority that give the minority a bad name? Let me know. Let me know. Oh, this theory. Now say this theory at once. I kill Impidimp. Sure, your special attack is strong. I mean, you're quite a weak Pokemon anyway, Impidimp. Oh yeah! Nicely done, Sir Cat. Right, and another theory, which honestly, I think makes total sense. I never realised that until I started reading this page on fan theories. But I looked at the Pokemon they're talking about and like compared them, and it's totally plausible. It's totally could be a thing. And let me fire right into that. There is a theory that Kangaskhan, you guessed it, Kangaskhan, the episode that some, if you're like me, the episode of Pokemon will be forever bleached into your brain with that wee dude shooting Kangaskhan. All the time, and I loved Kangaskhan until that episode aired. Because, I don't know, the wee guy just kinda annoyed me. But then he was he not abandoned, that wee dude? Like, I don't remember the story behind that, but... And I probably should have felt bad for him instead of thinking he's annoying. Usual. Never feeling bad for people. Kidding. I have great empathy for a lot of things. Things that don't even matter to me, but I'm still like, oh, I feel so bad. Okay! We're ready! My next theory is about Kangaskhan. As I said, the bleached into your mind, Kangaskhan, that wee dude. It's going on to do with that wee guy. It's going on to do with the episode, it's going on to do with humans. There is a fan theory going around that Kangaskhan is Cubon's mother. Now, I don't know, I can't remember if I spoke about it on the channel, but if you're a Pokemon fan, then you'll probably be aware of the fact that Cubone wears the skull of its dead mother. And that's why they have a skull on their head. And Marowak has a tougher demeanour because, you know, Marowak is what Cubone evolves into. And it appears tougher because, well, it's loved, it's experienced, and it's evolved now, and it's tougher. Ah, damn it! Stupid squirrels. Greedent. Fucking stupid, man. Oh yeah, the Marowak has toughened up due to the lack of maternal care, which is kinda heartbreaking. Like, Marowak had to toughen up. Some fans apparently believe that Cubone's final evolved form would have been Kangaskhan. Like, Marowak would have eventually leveled up to be Kangaskhan. And honestly, see, if you look at the photos, look at, like, the top of Kangaskhan's skull. Because, like, you get this full-on Marowak here. Just look at the way the face is shaped compared to that. You telling me they don't kind of look the same? Yeah, they do. Yeah, I think it's totally plausible. I think it could be a thing. And, sorry, I just had to, like, get a comparison of the photos. And you know how Kangaskhan always has a baby in its pouch? Well, people theorise that only the Kangaskhan babies that lose their mums turn into Cubone by wearing the skull. Which you might think that's kind of crazy, like why would they do that? But there's previous convictions is the word maybe, of Pokemon doing that, like with Slowpoke. With Slowpoke, he can only evolve into Slowbro, and a Shelder attaches itself to its tail. So, it could totally be plausible. And honestly, like, I'm not saying it's a thing, obviously. Like, you heard it here first! Kangaskhan! It's Cubone's maw. But yeah, I'm just saying, I think it's totally possible. I think it could be true. But then, I am a sponge for conspiracy theories. So please, let me know what you think about both that and the fact that there's a war brewing in the Pokemon Kanto region. Okay. On to my third theory. Like, I don't know how many theories I'm gonna be talking about today. I'm just gonna be talking and training. My next theory is a bit of a doozy, by the way, so... Hey, you! Sigalith, come on! I got theories to talk about here. And train. That's the whole point I'm here, is to train, not just to talk garbage. Okay, so, you know Ditto, the Pokemon Ditto that can transform itself into any Pokemon that it sees fit. Fuck! Okay, 2 seconds, I'm gonna need to do something about this. Don't miss! Oh, thank God, I thought that was an attack. I thought Haunter was gonna... Please! And I'm a bit shaken. Thank you, Haunter, thank you. I need to give you a name. I don't know if this is gonna happen today, I forgot I haven't named you yet. I apologise. I will get Haunter named soon. Oh. Once I come up with a name that's good enough. Well, there is actually, and I've heard this theory before, for once it's not something I just learned today. But I heard there's a theory that Ditto is actually just a failed Mew clone. Like, experiment. And like, again, when you kind of look at photos, the only thing you kind of think that they have in common is the fact that they're pink. But, think about it. The scientists in the anime, they were working on Mew to make Mewtwo. So they were experimenting there anyway. On you go, Haunter. Nice! So they were experimenting on Mew anyway to make Mewtwo from Mew's genetic material. I like to well, I don't like to think, because it's actually pretty horrible considering Pokemon is supposed to be like a Wayne's thing, show. But I would theorise that if they were doing experiments, then at some point their labs would have looked like something from Alien Resurrection, where there's just like lots of test tubes and vials of failed Mew experiments, or at least didn't go quite to plan. And people are saying that maybe there's evidence that some of the experiments were successful to a certain degree. And Ditto is a Generation 1 Pokemon. Ditto is one of the OGs. And as we know... Oh god, that's actually quite a strong Pokemon. 2 seconds, I need to deal with this before I get on with my theories. Okay. That's not too bad. We can just get Pyro Ball out of here. Let's go, Scraps, we knew. We got this, we got this! Cross your fingers! Oh yeah, there was no questions asked! Scrappy is the mon. Oh, that's a Digimon reference. Screw you, Pokemon. 2/3 of XP for Haunter though. Nice! I'm gonna go fight me out of the ice cream cones. I can fight an ice cream cone in real life too. But anyway. As you know, Ditto can transform into anything. And it's just, I mean, it does just look like a wee pink blob. But you know who else is also pink? Do you know who else can use transform? Yeah, Mew. That's right. You got it right if you said Mew. Well done. 5 points. But Mewtwo can't use transform. So, connection. I think so. And apparently, I never knew this, but apparently Ditto is actually found in the mansion on Cinnabar Island, which is where Mewtwo was getting created. which then kind of points to Ditto being a Mew failed experiment, doesn't it? I think it does. I think for me, that's all the evidence I would need to believe that. Genuinely. So yeah. the sole purpose. But then why would there be more than one Ditto? Maybe they just kind of started multiplying. Maybe. Side theory. Oh, never mind. Panic is over. Oh, buzzsaw, nice. It's the whole point in this episode, troops. Not just for me to talk garbage. Right, so, side theory. Now that I've got the word right. I was gonna say this word, but I wasn't entirely sure. But maybe Ditto reproduce. No, well, actually, that does make sense because you know yourself. If you put Ditto in the daycare centre, well, back in the day. No, actually, it still happens today. You still have daycare centres all the way down here. I'll show you. Ellie Houston, there's a daycare centre. You can put 2 Pokemon in there, and since like day one at Pokemon games, you've been able to put Ditto in there with another Pokemon, and they will mate, making the other Pokemon. That's how you trade Pokemon. That's how me and my brother got each other's exclusives through the years of Pokemon. So, well then that kind of takes away my theory of them reproducing asexually, doesn't it? Right, we're gonna say a word here that might be a bit grown up. I don't know if you're allowed to say that on YouTube. There's fucking worse said on YouTube. I consider I just swore. But I was gonna suggest maybe Ditto reproduced asexually, which basically meant that they don't need 2 of them to birth a baby or to make a baby. I'm not gonna go into the science of asexual reproduction because this isn't a biology channel, troops. But that was my theory, that maybe that's why there was lots of Ditto. Well, maybe let's just throw this out here. Maybe it's like the Asari for Mass Effect. Maybe they just map your DNA and like no touching is needed. They just steal your DNA and that's it, they have a baby. I don't know. I don't know. The mind wanders. The mind wanders. Let me know what you think. How does Ditto reproduce? Is Ditto a failed experiment? Why is there so many Ditto that there are only one Mew? Yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if you totally believe that theory or not. Because I believe the clone thing. The Mass Effect thing's a bit of a stretch. I don't know. I'm gonna go attack this Pokemon. I was gonna say top 5 theories, but then I ended up talking... Okay, so you're very strong. But then I ended up talking about Mew for quite a wee bit. Because, Ditto, because I was just so... couldn't believe my life. Probably should have healed some Pokemon up first. I'm gonna try getting Can out and then using high horsepower or strength. I don't know, it's not great having a ground against a floaty boy. Haha. Okay, not so bad. Oh, you were protected now, your protections wore off. Now this is gonna kill you! No. No! Ground is really effective against you, but you're a floaty boy! Oh nice! Okay, on you go. That was a tough battle. Next. Right, so I just went to go heal my Pokemon after that fight. And I find that, to be honest, I didn't think I was going to win, but here we are. I didn't celebrate because I was too busy trying to read up on the theories. But this one's pretty, well, you might actually already know these theories, and it's just me that doesn't know. But let me just bring you back to a wee old Pokemon that you might love, you might hate. I don't know, there's probably mixed feelings about this guy, this Pokemon. But we're talking about the one, the only, Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet? However the hell you want to call it. But we're talking about Wobbuffet. The thing I'm reading off of said that it thought it was one of the most annoying Pokemon. Honestly, I think Psyduck is much more annoying than Wobbuffet. But that's just me. And it's a Pokemon from Generation 2. So it's quite an old Pokemon. It's been there almost since day one. Honestly, like, when I read this theory, I feel like, I was dumbfounded. I didn't even realise that Wobbuffet had a tail. I don't know what, maybe my whole life I've just been oblivious to Pokemon. I mean, I just don't pay attention whenever I do things. But yeah, Wobbuffet has a tail. And have you ever noticed that tail has eyes? So let me tell you where the theory comes in. The theory comes in that... No, hear me out here. You might even start to agree at some point during this. But fans theorize that the blueness of Wobbuffet isn't actually its body. Is that the blue part is mainly just a decoy. How crazy is that? My mind is kind of being blown. Well, the thing I've read says that the brain is in the tail. So then it would only make sense for it to create a decoy to protect its tail. And apparently it has quite a high endurance for attacks. I don't remember that being a thing, but then again, I'd forget my head if it wasn't screwed on. So, apparently there's also a lot of Pokédex entries that say that Wobbuffet would protect its tail at all costs. Which then, why would it protect its tail if it was just a tail? You don't see a dog trying to kill people when it, well actually, sometimes you do. How cute is Ribombee? Aww, Ribombee's probably gonna rip me apart. And I never really noticed this until it was pointed out again. I'm oblivious to life. But the eyes on the blue portion of Wobbuffet's body never move. They don't change. They're like Brock's eyes. Maybe Brock is a Wobbuffet series. His eyes don't move or change shape. But nicely done, Scraps. I know fire would be effective against your killer face. But yeah, apparently the black tail just always peeks out from behind. It's a bit creepy when you say it like that, I feel. It's just like always staring at you. But yeah, I think that's kinda a bit weird. The fact that if the face is always peeking out at you. No info that. But yeah, that's just people are theorising that its real face is its tail, and the tail is its real body. The last line of what I was reading says Wobbuffet is now more disturbing than annoying, and that's not a good thing. I know. Again, I thought Psyduck was more annoying because he was everywhere. He was always there when Misty turned around. No wonder she hated him. She didn't even hate him. She was just annoyed by him. But yeah, Wobbuffet, blue body, decoy, got it. Black tail, actual body. Got it. What was the other theories? Ditto being a clone, a failed clone, a war. That's 4 theories. But for now, I am gonna leave that here. You had 5 theories from me. Thumbs. And it was actually quite fun talking about theories. This episode might be a bit longer purely for the fact that I get carried away talking about theories. As I've probably mentioned, I absolutely love conspiracy theories, especially if it's weird and creepy and just makes things more interesting. Like, you think this is a innocent child show, and then you read into the conspiracy theories, which are just, again, it's a conspiracy theory, it doesn't make it true. It's just fans, their minds do wander a lot, apparently. But yeah, let me know what you think about the theories that we've discussed today. But wherever you are, day or night, I hope you're having a good one. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're staying clean. But yeah, and wherever you are, day and or night, I hope you're having a good one. And until next time, thumbs! And Mudsteel. I called that Mudspray in the last episode. I think it's a Mudsteel. I should know I have one. But yeah, me and my blue-haired Pokemon trainer are out of here.